I'm Michelle, and today we'll be discussing the methods you can use to form your LLC in Nebraska. Now, we're going to be covering the steps involving in starting your LLC, the forms that you're going to need, the naming requirements, and the 5 main steps needed to actually register your Nebraska LLC. I'll also be explaining the importance of having a registered agent and a very key term known as piercing the corporate will. Now, if these terms aren't familiar to you, then highly suggest you watch this video. The businesses thriving in Nebraska are the agriculture and the transport section. The ranking of Nebraska state in terms of cattle product is second in the US. More than 2/3 of the total agriculture income of the state is earned through livestock and cattle. Now, due to the diversity of the rail routes and different interstate highways present in the state, the transportation sector is also booming. Due to so many routes, there is a huge demand for warehousing in the state. You can start your Nebraska LLC by 3 methods. Number 1 is that you can do it yourself, in which case you can choose to fill out the online forms or you can send it off via mail. Number 2 is that you hire a professional service to do it for you, which is the most easy and secure method out there. We personally recommend TailorBrands as one of the best services out there for this purpose. Number 3 is that you can go ahead and hire an attorney. Now, coming to a very common question, but a very important question. What exactly is an LLC? An LLC is a hybrid business entity combining a corporation's characteristics with a partnership or sole proprietorship. It separates your personal assets from your business assets and thus giving you personal asset protection. When you're starting off an LLC in Nebraska, you mainly have to file your certificate of formation with the state and pay a filing fee of $100. In this video, we're going to be discussing options number 1 and option number 2. But we're going to be placing emphasis on why exactly you need a professional service to do it for you. Because you have to make sure that you're doing your LLC work correctly. This is one of those things where you cannot afford missing out key information or have any misunderstandings. TailorBrands is a really good and competent professional service that you can get because forming an LLC is not just filing the certificate of formation, but it's also deciding on a name, hiring a registered agent, creating an operating agreement, and obtaining an EIN. Now, all of these can be done under one roof with TailorBrands. I'll be leaving the links in the description below. You can easily go there and check them out. We're now going to discuss in detail the 5 important steps that you must cover when you're forming your LLC in Nebraska. The first step to starting off your LLC in Nebraska is basically choosing the business name. Before you name your business, you must know that the name should be very easy to remember. It should be available in the state and it should follow the LLC naming guidelines. You can go and find the naming guidelines at startmyllc.io. The 4 key things that you need to be aware of when you're naming your LLC are number 1, that your business name should be available and no other existing business in Nebraska can share that name. Each business name is unique to its owner. Limited liability company or LLC should be there as a suffix in the company name. You cannot use any name for your business that is confusing or could be misleading. Now, terms such as the State Department, FBI, CIA, they should not be included. Number 4 is that terms like bank, university, attorney, doctor, they can be added, but that's only after you fill out the additional requirements by the Nebraska state government. If you do not wish to file your LLC right now, but you want to hold on to the name that you've decided, then you can reserve your name for 120 days. Now, to keep the name, you have to file a name reservation application and pay $15 to reserve your name with the Nebraska Secretary of State. Coming to the second and highly vital step to forming your LLC in the state of Nebraska is to appoint a registered agent. A registered agent is an entity that will act and work on your LLC's behalf and will receive important paperwork and other official government correspondence in Nebraska. Hence, hiring a competent registered agent for your LLC is extremely necessary. You need to make sure that your registered agent is a resident of Nebraska or has a physical street address over there. Now, their business address is used as the LLC's principal address in Nebraska. Most LLC formation companies also do provide registered agent services. TailorBrands is a great LLC setup site where they provide registered agent services and so many more services at very reasonable price. Now, coming on to a key thing to note when you're getting a registered agent is the importance of having one and having a legit one. Because in case of any lawsuit or if you end up getting sued, the lawyer of the party is going to do what is known as piercing the corporate will. Now, most people believe that they're setting up their LLCs for tax-related purposes, but the real reason for setting up your LLC is to limit your liability. Basically, what it does is that it creates a divide between your personal assets and your business assets. So if you're sued in your business, they cannot go after your personal assets. Now, when you're sued, the attorney who is the one suing you is going to start looking for cracks in your LLC. Now, this is where they will pierce the corporate will. And the first thing they're going to do is check whether you have a registered agent, if the agent is legit, and have they been filing the appropriate paperwork. The third and another important step in forming an LLC is to file a certificate of formation. The Nebraska Articles of Organization is a legal document needed to officially register your business with the Secretary of State. It costs $100 if you're filing it online and $110 if you're filing it by mail. The certificate of formation includes details like the name of your LLC, registered agent's name, address, employee details, structure of your company, whether it's member managed or manager managed. Before you're hiring employees in Nebraska, one thing you should really know are the rules and regulations so that you can avoid any future issues out there. We personally suggest using TailorBrands to file the certificate of formation because they provide an easier way to fill out the forms without any confusions or missing off any of the steps. Now, if you do end up getting stuck somewhere, they have a live chat option where you can go, ask your questions, and they will respond. The fourth step is filing the operating agreement. An operating agreement is an internal document that legally outlines the proprietorship and operating procedures of your LLC. Now, this document is vital as it ensures that all the business owners are on the same page regarding how they operate, their voting power, business dissolution, and so much more. This ends up actually helping reduce the future conflicts. When it comes to filing the Nebraska LLC operating agreement, the state doesn't really require you to have a very comprehensive operating agreement, but it is ideal if you have one that contains the details of your entire business operation. It is recommended that it should be done by using a professional service such as TailorBrands, since they know exactly what to do and you won't have to worry about missing out any of the details. The agreement template is drafted for a very small fee of $29. The EIN, also known as the Employer Identification Number, is a 9-digit number given by the IRS to make it very easy to identify the type of businesses for tax purposes and taxes in general. Now, the EIN is necessary for any active business or any form of businesses for that matter. An EIN is needed when you are hiring an employee. To obtain an EIN, one has to fill up a form which can be done either online or you can do it by mail and just send it off to the IRS. You can also get an EIN assistant through TailorBrands who can help you out with the entire process. I'll be leaving the links to all of the resources in the description below. You can go there and you can check out which of the options fit your requirements. But for now, I'm going to be showing you how to file the forms using TailorBrands. So this is the website for TailorBrands. And as you can see on the website, there's option to set up your LLC, and you can also design a logo, merch, and the website itself for your brand in case you need one and haven't really gotten around to getting it. I'm going to go into form an LLC. Now choose the state that you're setting up your LLC in. Add your business name. You can check for the name availability here, which will save you a lot of time. Or alternatively, you can choose the method that I told you earlier by going to the business entity name search. Click on the type of services that you're offering. You'll have to pick which stage of your business that you're on, whether it's still in the idea stage or it has been set up and fully running. Choose what sort of income your brand will be. Choose whether your business will have a physical address to receive the documents, and also whether there'll be a dedicated person there who's going to receive these. Select the number of employees. Now you have to fill out the information for your business, like your name, phone number, email address. Now choose whether you want to opt for a registered agent or not. TailorBrand charges $199 annually for hiring a registered agent. If you don't have one, then I highly recommend that you get one through them, because the one thing you can't risk is not having a legitimate registered agent. You're going to need an EIN, like I discussed before, for tax-related purposes. If you don't have one, or you're overwhelmed by the process required to get an EIN, then just let TailorBrands do it for you. It's going to cost you $99. Pick if you want to file for compliance. It will cost you $199 when you do it through TailorBrands. Here you can choose whether you want to have your business branding done. If you already have things like logos, domain, and a website, then just move forward. Select if you want to speed up the process. You can form the operating agreement using TailorBrands if you haven't made one already or you are unsure of how to proceed with making the agreement by yourself. See if all the information that you chose and entered is correct and check the final billing as well. You can now proceed to pay for the service, and that's all you need to start and form your LLC. Now that you've created your Nebraska LLC, there are still a few things that you're going to need. You're going to need a company business bank account and a business credit card. You need to file the Nebraska business permits and licenses. And you need to get general liability insurance and professional liability insurance, which covers your employees. And you need to file the Nebraska annual report. Now, I hope this detailed video helped you out on how to start your LLC in Nebraska, and I wish you the best of luck if you're starting off your business there. Please continue supporting our channel by liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the little notification button. Thank you for watching.